Nigeria is facing a deeply unsettling moment as multiple crises converge to test its stability. Funny, ISWAP have boldly claimed the capture and even execution of a senior army general. Well, a report vehemently denied by the military sources. Meanwhile, in Kebbi State, 25 schoolgirls were abducted from their boarding school in a pre-dawn raid, resulting in the tragic death of a vice principal. In the Northwest, insecurity continues to turn religious leaders into targets. A Catholic priest in Kaduna was kidnapped from his home, and I think his brother was, later found murdered. Adding to the tension, as if it's not enough, electricity workers have threatened a nationwide shutdown. We're still on it. Lecturers from ASU are also raising strike alarms, compounding the country's social and economic strain. Underpinning this crisis is a broader sense of insecurity, both physical and institutional, that is shaking public confidence in the government's ability to protect its citizens. And that brings me to ask these troubling questions. Has Nigeria been captured by these terrorists? Let's tell ourselves the truth. Is our government so helpless in ending insecurity and giving the masses a better life? Please, I don't know, but what exactly is going on in this country? Can someone explain to me? Good morning, viewers, and it's always a good day. As long as you're awake, just say thanks to God. Welcome to today's now streaming morning show, coming to you from ACNNTV. I am Promise Njoko Adibe, your anchor. And with me in the studio this morning are very powerful people. I have Honorable Chief Joshua Echendo, who is the Labour Party Chairman, Karu Ward Amak, FCT, right?
Yes.
And he is also the National Director of the Joshua Mandate. Wow. Only you one.
To the glory of God.
It's good to have you come talk to us, Honorable. How are you doing today?
Good to be here. I'm fine. I thank God for life. At least we are not captured yet.
We will not be captured.
Amen. Amen.
I also have with me viewers Alhaji Hamza, the musician. He is a journalist, a social commentator, and a musician. Alhaji Hamza, Antashi Lapia.
Antashi Allah, thank God, and it's good to be here. Just like what you say earlier, when you wake up in the morning, you are supposed to appreciate what God has done for us. Okay. And according to my chief, thank God we are not captured yet.
Please, you people should not. You're already getting me panicking. I don't want to be captured. Oh, yeah. I don't want to experience that. Yeah, not at all.
Nobody knows who's next. That's the situation of.
Honorable Chief, there's power in the tongue.
That's the situation we have found ourselves.
Chief, wait, there's power in the tongue.
But we will not be captured.
Amen.
We will not be captured.
Amen. Viewers joining us virtually are Chief M.O. Shitu. He is a human rights activist. Chief M.O., how are you this morning? I also have online Comrade James Chidebere Okeke. He is a politician. Comrade, good morning, and how is Lagos this morning?
Lagos is here. We are here in Lagos. Thank God we are not captured.
Oh my goodness, what is what is it with all my guests today? And thank God we are not captured. Well, we pray none of us will be captured.
Amen.
Amen. So viewers, don't forget to join this conversation by calling the number showing on your screen, or you can send us your comments via any of our social media platforms also showing on your screen. So let's talk about what's trending in Nigeria. Let's take it up by first looking at the headlines of some national dailies that came in early today. I'm quickly going to start with the Guardian newspaper. The Guardian newspaper there is so funny. Above the masthead on mass defections, Ndume predicts impulsion in APC. And that story is on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper. And still on page 3, on genocide, U.S. lawmaker alleges Tinubu lying, protecting own interests. Okay, still on page 3, we have PDP crisis may consume 2 governors, others as fractions fix parallel meetings. Okay, the lead story there, declining food prices. FEMA Naira pull inflation to 15% national budget. Did I hear declining food prices? I promise, calm down. Promise, just calm down. Let me not talk. Let me not talk. That story is on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. Declining food prices. And groundnut oil is going for 18,005. Anyway, Mona no use us play for this country.
Yes.
Well, we have other stories there. Security fears deepen over schoolgirls abduction, slain general amid new assaults. You find that story on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. And on page 4, Obasanjo Fayose trade words over birthday fallout. We have more important things. And on page 5, media wordsmith Dan Agbese dies at 81 as LNC others mourn. Okay, let's look at 2 more stories. 16 Taraba PDP lawmakers join APC ahead of Kefas. That story is on page 30 of the Guardian newspaper. Okay, I have another story there. On page 2, Wike military land feud. Dauda insists on rule of law. Okay, quickly let's take a look at the Punch newspaper. The Punch newspaper also starts from stories above the masthead there. 2024 capital projects stall 2026 budget plans. That story is on page 33 of the Punch newspaper. And still on page 33, inflation hits 3-year low at 16.05%. And on page 40, on PDP headquarters showdown, Makinde Wike fractions hold rival next sessions today. Politicians, una no dey rest. Una no get another work. Politics na work. Honorable, I'm coming to you. Don't say anything. I will still ask you that same question because you already tried to say something. No talk anything yet. Okay. The lead story there on mass adoptions return. 145 missing in 4 days. And that story is on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. And I have a kicker there. Kidnapped Kebbi schoolgirls, Zamfara, Niger villages, search intensifies. Atiku, PDP react. FG pledges swift rescue. Okay, we have a picture story there. And underneath it, Tinubu calls for corruption-free judiciary at judges' conference. Oh, okay. We'll talk about that later. And that story is on page 28 of the Punch newspaper. I'll take just one more story there. And that story you find on pages 4 and 5. Tension as Lagos street urchins stab Air Force officer. That's quite sad. And quickly, let's look at the Vanguard. The Vanguard newspaper. Above the masthead there, food inflation still rising, but at slower pace. That story is on page 19 of the Vanguard newspaper. And on page 9, Tinubu to judiciary, justice must never be for sale. Hey, Jesus. Okay. On page 8, Pope warns against escalating violence, persecution against Christians in Nigeria. There's a follow-up there. Nicki Minaj to address UN on alleged persecution of Christians in Nigeria. Why do they call it alleged? It's real.
It's real.
It's real.
It is.
Anyway, the lead story there on page 5, how bandits kidnapped 25 Kebbi school girls. I have some kickers there. I'll just take maybe a couple of them. Killed vice principal in deadly attack. Okay. Abduction barbaric, condemnable, Kebbi government. Tinubu orders rescue of 25 abducted school girls. Okay. Other stories there on page 26, PDP, tension as fractions battle for Wadata Secretariat. We have a whole lot of stories there, but then let me just take the last one on page 32. Eric Chile accuses Congo DR of using voodoo. Why we not use our own? Maybe we get jazz for this country. I wish we can see. I wish you can see the musician here. He's already giving us the dance and styles of the voodoo. Well, viewers, that's all we can take on the national dailies. I'll encourage you to ensure you get this dailies for yourself and keep yourself abreast with the happenings in the country. So let's quickly look at these, these stories. Let's look at the new business. It's been revived. It looks as if since President Trump just opened his mouth to say that thing about coming to the rescue of Nigeria, the abduction increased. Because can someone explain to me why we have about 145 abductions in just 4 days? Let me start with you, the musician. You want to sing it in the song?
Firstly, I think there is something cooking. Yeah, because we are smiling about it, playing about it, but there is something cooking. If we do not do what's right now, wallahi naranse, it's going to get to the level where no one will be safe.
At this point, I don't think anyone is safe.
Okay? Because Trump said what he said, and the thought is joking. All this thing they are doing is they are trying to dare him. But the truth is, are we really ready for Trump and his army? That's what we should ask ourselves. Secondly, what is our government doing? Why is it that this thing looks meaningless to them? Who is backing them, and what makes them think that the backup they may get from every other country is going to exceed that of Trump? Because let's call a spade a spade. Ana kashe mutane fa.
Ana yankawa. When you say kashe, when you say so let me tell Nigerians, when you say kashe, it means kill. When you say yanka, it's slaughter. They are two different things.
Thank you.
When you kill somebody, there is a little bit of dignity, even though it's paid. But when you slaughter somebody,
it's an unfortunate situation.
So, I don't see why the government should be busy attending to any other thing. Any other thing, there's nothing important now except attending to that of security. How can please arrest my case. I am deeply pained, and I am devastated. Wallahi, nima yanzu nan fushi nika ji wallahi.
Everybody is angry in the musician. Everybody is angry. Let me hear you, Honorable. You know, earlier I said I was going to ask you if politicians don't have any other job, if politics is their full-time paid job and they pay themselves from taxpayers' money. But let me move away from that. Let's talk about something more serious. This insecurity, this kidnapping, this abduction, and this is now my opinion. Do we say the rise? Because I'm sure this 145 we have missing in 4 days, it's just figures. They are more than that. I want to believe they are more than that. Yeah. So do we say this is as a result of Trump's declaration to invade Nigerians and, to invade Nigeria and take care of the terrorists? Because he was specific about the people he was coming for.
For me, I would differ a little, because ever since Trump made that statement, the Nigerian government, from what I have seen, decided deliberately to twist the narrative. When Trump said that Christians are being slaughtered, they are being killed by terrorists, he didn't say he was coming to invade the country.
Very true.
So the Nigerian state manufactured that word, invade, in that context. So Trump made it clear that he was coming against terrorists. So as a citizen, a taxpayer, a very concerned one, I have been asking myself why a country would just decide to begin to defend terrorists that are attacking her people.
Okay.
So since that time, I've not really been able to get any answer. But everything about these kidnappings happening now, especially the return of the mass, kidnap. As a politician, I want to remind Nigerians that we never saw something like this until the emergence of APC. So to me, this is what APC is known for. They wanted to come into government, and we started seeing things like this. They used it to campaign against PDP in 2015, and Nigerians thought they were coming to rescue everyone. They came in, and we started hearing comments, about even their members owning the fact that they brought in these things. They are leaders of the party, well-respected leaders among them, owning up the fact that they brought in these people, some saying that they paid them. So it's about APC. They started this. They know how to quench it. They know how to stop it. And I believe a person, someone like the president of United States is not the kind of president that will just come up and make a statement. They have the technology. I believe that their eyes are very open when it comes to watching what is happening around the world. So I know that they have been watching this country for a long time now, and they know, who is doing what. But where I want to differ is that this didn't start immediately he made his statement, but I would think that it started after Sheikh Gumi made his own statement that terrorists are our children.
They listen.
Do you understand that?
He actually said they listen.
Yes, that we should dialogue with them and not do the part of Trump.
Okay.
Do you understand? Okay. So there is a trend. They know, all of them in the security apparatus in this country, architecture in this country. They know. I'm sure they are studying this thing. So it started from when he said that.
I have to hold you there. We have our first caller for the day. Good morning and thank you for calling. Please go ahead and make your contributions.
From Egbeda.
Okay.
It's a pity that the country is going towards this trend, and it's not the best at all for us. At the time we are supposed to be united, as well we are getting disjointed. It is not in the interest of anybody. What pains me most is that why the subjects, the are dying, these politicians are busy going around fighting each other for 2027, but they don't even know whether they will be breathe in the next hour. They have what would I say? They have debt. They are indebted to us as leaders. When they were being sworn in, they took that oath that they are going to protect the citizens. Sure. Nobody is protecting anybody. Anybody in power is not protecting anybody. It's sad. How can you have president, you have members of House of National Assembly, you have local government chairman, people are being slaughtered like chicken. You can't even slaughter chicken the way that watching Nigerian people. If what I saw on the social media is something to go through, it's so sad that the Brigadier General or Major General was killed. I don't know, I've not confirmed it. It is so sad. And our leaders are campaigning, fighting. They forgot that they have subject to protect. I don't know why we are dying like this. And somebody now told us that they are coming to help us. They are reading political meaning to it. So many retired generals have told us that this is the problem with Nigeria. Let us fight it. One military head of state told us before that if a soldier takes the next how many hours, 48 hours or so, it shows that they are involved. People in power are involved in what we are doing. Look at Gumi, look at all of them. They are parading themselves. You can't go to the north and you come back free. and we say we are one Nigeria. Is it not better we break? Is it not better we break that you manage your region? Look at him and they can know how he's being held for what? The country is not united, and I don't see them united with the crop of leaders we have in this country. And it's a shame on all of them. National Assembly, they will sit down, they will be celebrating nonsense, talking about how to marry more wives and going and traveling abroad. I want Trump to be strong in whatever he's doing to this country. Take a stand and let all those people who have their children abroad, bring them back to this country. Let us service this country. That's why the health sector is down, education is down, nothing at all. Today they will come up with policy in education, tomorrow they will change it. No CPT or no CBT. Look at how they are playing with children. Last exam, people wrote exam with a candle. Did they write those exams? It's a shame on all of them. And God will never forgive. And once we open our mouth to start cursing them, the curse will be upon them. And God will never forgive them. Thank you, my brothers and sisters.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chooks. We feel your passion with which you
Politicians
spoke.
are used to cursing.
It's quite painful, but please don't curse yet. Viewers want to encourage you to call in. The number to call in is showing on your screen. And if you can't call in, please send us your comments via any of our social media platforms also showing on your screen. You're done?
You know, politicians are used to curses.
Okay, it doesn't
So,
touch them.
especially Nigerian politicians, they will be cursing them. You know, it got to a point when women started going naked to protest. These things don't move Nigerian politicians.
Not anymore.
You know, not anymore. So,
Okay.
it's an unfortunate situation.
Very, very unfortunate. Let me come to you, Comrade Chidebere. Are you there? You know, our caller just raised some very disturbing questions. Part of what I wanted to ask. What's your take on these adoptions that have resumed in full force? We have on record 145 missing in 4 days, and I want you to wrap it up, to merge it alongside the 25 girls that we adopted from school at Kebbi State, and then I also want you to look at the Army General that was executed, even though the Nigerian army sources have come out to say that's not true, but then I don't know what to believe anymore. So let's get your thoughts on these three tied together.
Okay. Good morning, Nigerians. Thank you for this question. First of all, let me start from the last. The issue of the Army General that they are debunking, there's a video in circulation where the Army General was shot dead live on a video. So debunking it does not change the fact that Nigerians have seen it. We are now in the era of internet. Yes, got the video where anybody can stay in the comfort of their room, take anything, pictures, videos, upload it on the internet. In the next 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, it's going viral. So we are no longer in the Stone Age where anybody can just come and debunk anything and that ends it, because there is no evidence to back it up. Here in this current time, people can just upload anything with it at the tip of their fingers. Every other person is seeing it. So now, if this can happen to an army general who goes around with security bodyguards, then what do you think is the fate of ordinary Nigerians who are even arrested going around with machete in terms of protecting themselves? And if you're a Christian, you are attacked, you want to defend yourself. At the end of the day, by miracle, you end up, subduing your attacker. Then you are also arrested by government, and the corrupt Nigerian judiciary nails you down again. So what are we saying when you talk about all these things and you say there is no Christian massacre? On what ground? On what ground? Then it is also appalling that the system is as in corrupt, systemic, because the moment we heard Trump said we are going to come to rescue our dear Christian brothers, all the government was interested in doing is defending the attackers, defending the system. And you heard it yesterday when Rep. Moore called the president a liar as only protecting his selfish interest. And all you can't deny these things. So if we want to be sincere with ourselves, let us, go after these people, eradicate them, let Nigeria become once again a free society like we were having it. It was never 100% free, but at least people were having to go about their daily activities without these kidnappers and all that. Yes, there's no society you cannot find crime. At least it was barely minimal. But these days, what we are seeing is wake up and, imagine attacking a whole community. People, there was one that happened sometime in Bauchi around 11 p.m. in the night. People surrounded a whole community.
Okay.
What kind of madness is this? And people keep denying it. Now they are not yet owning up to this. I think the whole idea is just to keep the international community in dark about it. But you forgot that every now and then people can take picture from any place, upload it on the internet, and it's gone viral. So when you are denying it, the international community is seeing it. They have a way. US have a way of, getting information around here, with or without the approval of the government. The government can actually go as far as muzzling these informations. They don't react to it. You see 100 people are killed in one state. They are sending a representative to another state to go and welcome the campees. Deflating attention from point A to B. What is important to what is just political and not unimportant. So you see where the attention of the government of the day is on political issues other than governance. These are where we have basic issues, basic challenges with the system. Okay. At a point, Nigeria should begin to consider whether what it wants is just politics or governance from the people they elected to be in power.
Yeah.
I don't know the essence of this. Political statement Nigeria is making. We are talking. The government said is a version. When the Trump administration is saying it wants to come to assist Nigeria in fighting insecurity. That is, should Nigeria decide not to do anything going forward.
Okay.
You see all terrorists coming to support or say America is trying to invade. What the hell are we talking about? Gumi, a few days ago, he said Nigerian Christians are burying empty cups, which is a blatant lie. This same person was somebody who was denied access in Saudi Arabia because of terrorism-related offenses and all that. So what are we saying here? The government keeps romancing with terrorists and apologetics and thinks the international community is not watching. Let us face the real issue, the germane issue, which is terrorists killing Nigerians. Let the government of the day, in fact, let me be just very sincere with you. The moment you keep on lying about these situations, the more you attract more sympathy from the West, from international communities who feel the situation is getting out of hand. Imagine, I keep on talking about this particular situation of 6 people that were mentioned by the United Arab Emirates that they are sponsored terrorists in Nigeria. Again, the U.S. government under Trump has actually designated these people terrorists. And the Nigerian government has not said anything about these people, even before or after the Trump's statement, to tell you how complicit the government is in this whole thing. So let us stop deceiving ourselves until we, decide to tell the line of truth, take the proper action that will show every other person that the government is not complicit in this. Then the complicity keeps haunting Nigerians Thank you, and God bless everyone in the studio.
Thank you very much, Comrade Chidebere. That was well said. That was really well explained. Viewers, I want to encourage you to call in. The number to call in is showing on your screen. And if you can't call in for any reason, please send us your comments via any of our social media platforms. Also showing on your screen. It's always an honor and a delight to read what you have to say. Chief Shitu, let me come to you. I want to ask, do you think Nigeria... Chief Shitu, are you there with me? Are you there?
Good morning. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you now. Thank you for joining us. It's good to have you.
Good to have you.
I want to ask, do you think Nigeria has been captured as a state? Do you think it's actually... off the bar for Trump to say he's coming to help, take care of these terrorists? Now, why I used that word is, when Trump talked about coming to help Nigeria, if nothing is done by the government to, take care of these terrorists, he was specific. He didn't say he was coming to kill Nigerians. He didn't say he was coming to kill Muslims. He said he was coming for the terrorists. Now we're having different narrative. We have Gumi coming to say his own version. We have other people coming to talk. I call it trash, saying he's coming to kill Muslims and all of that. Why do you think these people defending these terrorists are sympathetic to them? That's one. Secondly, why are we negotiating with terrorists? Because I'm sure that was in Katsina State. We saw an honorable member negotiating with terrorists and signing a peace deal. What exactly do you think is going on in Nigeria? If truly we can negotiate with terrorists, why is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu languishing in DSS prison today? Why is he not being negotiated with? Why are other people not negotiated with? We have, we lost a lot of lives during EndSARS. We lost lives too during the Take It Back movement. Nobody's negotiating with the youth. Nobody's negotiating with the ordinary Nigerian. Why is Nigeria interested in negotiating with terrorists? What do you see playing out here? I want to get your own opinion, sir.
Yeah, good morning once again.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's very unfortunate that we keep finding ourselves in such heartless, disheartening situation. Nigeria, as Trump has said, is a disgraced country. It's a disgraced, completely disgraced country, and the citizens are not well protected. The basic responsibility of the government is to provide maximum security to ensure the lives and properties of the citizens are well protected. But reverse is the case in Nigeria. Now, we are fortunate, we are lucky that foreign bodies, Trump said they are ready to come to Nigeria to rescue us, to decimate these terrorists, decimate banditry, kidnapping, and other things. And as usual, Nigeria decided to use politics, bring in politics into this. An opportunity we're expected to embrace, that each and every one of us is expected to embrace, that they are coming to help us out. But they try to turn it into politics, and that will never work. That will never work. The implication of this is that nobody is safe in Nigeria. Myself, yourself, and all other viewers across the length and breadth of Nigeria, we are not safe. If a serving brigadier general is being murdered, and the Nigerian military has found nothing to do about it, nobody has been arrested, the bandit has not been decimated, the president has kept mute, Bola Ahmed Tinubu has kept mute on that, and tells me, what do you expect of an ordinary citizen on the street? Then it means if it happens to ordinary citizen on the street, it will need to be in the news. It means the lives of Nigerian citizens is not that important to our leaders. And we cannot continue in this. You can imagine a Nigeria where the rule of law is no longer effective, is no longer being respected. If the rule of law is respected, Nnamdi Kanu will not have been behind the bar. There is no reasonable charges against him, and there have been multiple court injunction, court orders ordering his immediate release. The government has failed to comply with the court order. then how do the government expect citizens to respect the constitution, to respect court orders? People now see court as a place to bargain for what suits them. They'll look for all these corrupt judges, give them stipends, and ensure that people now buy judgment in Nigerian courts. And if we have to continue like this, honestly speaking, it will not end well. And the fault is not just on the government. The fault is on each individual Nigerian. For example, in the last election, just the recently concluded election in Anambra State, we also have vote buying went viral in that state. People sold their conscience, sold their right for stipends because they were given 5,000, 50,000, 10,000. Now they use that now to throw themselves into another enslavement of another 4 years. So you can see aspects where citizens are equally contributing to the failure we have. You can see aspects where citizens are empowering those at the position of authorities. There is no politician in Nigeria, like I repeat, no politician has the capacity to be on seat with his own votes and that of his family single-handedly. Before it can be declared, you must have massive votes from the masses. And you can only reach where you have popularity, where you have majority. That is where you succeed in your rigging. So the majority, when you look at the majority we are talking in this sense, it has to do with the community, it has to do with the masses, it has to do with those who will come out to cast their vote, and those who fail to come out, who sit at the comfort of their office or their house, believing that the system will not work. I think the earlier we realize this, the earlier we stop ourselves from vote buying, the earlier we stop running after politicians for financial gains or other political gains, the better for this country. And especially, it is a good idea for Trump to come. In fact, I'm one of those adding to that thing on a daily basis. I've been using my social media platform to communicate and pleading that Trump should please come to rescue Nigeria. Because look at those girls that were recently kidnapped. Their parents at individual levels are struggling to give education to their children, only for those children to be kidnapped. Now you cannot imagine. We knew what Bola Ahmed Tinubu said when the issue of Chibok girls came up. Now Tinubu is on seat as the president. It has happened right in his own, under his own administration. What has he said? What has been his effort to rescue those girls?
He has actually
These are questions.
He has actually given an order that those girls should be rescued at all costs. So do you think such that the order will be carried out? Do you think those girls will be rescued unharmed? Do you think they'll be rescued without any ransom being paid? Or are we back to the story of Chibok girls?
Frankly speaking, if we are not to deceive ourselves, the same military that Tinubu is expecting to get those girls rescued lost a serving brigadier general. What has happened? There is no bombardment. I don't know if you understand what it means for a brigadier general to be killed by bandits. No country in the whole world will tolerate that. If not a failed country. If not a failed country.
Honestly.
No country in the whole world. You want to tell me an America will lose even an officer that has no rank, and they'll keep quiet, and that those people go free? It's not possible. It's not possible. That's
an insult.
It's a big,
you understand? It's not possible. So what has happened to those who?
Oh, this network is really not funny. But I think I agree 100% with you. No country will sit back and watch an army general executed like that in broad daylight, like an animal. They won't take it. So I don't know why our Nigerian army, we don't know whether this is true or not. You've come out to debunk it and said it's not true. So please, can you give us the true picture of this? What exactly is the true picture, the true situation of this? Where is this man? This man is someone's father. He is someone's husband. He is someone's brother. He's someone's son. So can you give us a true picture of where he is? And I'm sure he's not the only Nigerian army that is being held in captivity. So what exactly is the true position? You people have come out to say, oh, the video we watched is not true. What's been circulating online is not true. So what exactly is the truth? We want to hear from the Nigerian army. And I think it will go a long way to put at rest the minds of the family members of this man that has been, shot live. It's actually a big insult. I'm feeling very, very angry. It's a big insult. It's a big slap on our faces as Nigerians. So if If an army general can actually be killed like that, what's the fate of an ordinary Nigerian who doesn't even know how to cock a gun?
You see, my sister, over the years, we have deceived ourselves that we are so-called giants of Africa.
There was a time we were giants of Africa. Let's not take that away.
Well,
from
that
us.
wasn't defined as to what makes us the giant of
Oh,
Africa.
no, forget. No, honorable. There was a time our military was the best.
Let me tell you.
We helped other countries fight for their
you are
own
talking about
independence, and we helped them.
the time when there was no social media. What has happened in our time is that information that weren't available for ordinary citizens, now citizens can easily access them through social media.
Agreed.
A lot is happening that Nigeria can't handle, and they are coming at the same time. And what makes it worse is that we now have leaders who don't have the capacity, both mental capacity, both the required education to absorb all these challenges and take care of them. That is the tragedy that we have found ourselves in, and it will continue. It will continue. See, let me tell you, a friend of mine normally tells me that that you should realize as a Nigerian that no one is coming for you. Now, before now, those in government believe that, they have everything. But look at what happened to Wike recently and the kind of backlash that came with it. That should tell them that no citizen is coming for them too. The way they have left us, we are also leaving them alone. Do you understand? Because you look at Wike, who was standing by the law, on the law, trying to execute his job. Do you understand? And the same people he's working for now, pitch against him in a manner that suggests that, Oga, we not just send you.
I don't want us to actually bring up the issue of Minister Wike and the military officer, because that's going to open a whole lot of can of worms here, and I don't think we're ready for that.
It's true.
My concern right now is mainly about these girls, 25 of them. The president have said they should be, rescued. My concern now is, will that order be carried out? Who will carry out the order? Is it the army that cannot protect and defend themselves? That is my concern. I'm talking not just as a Nigerian, I'm talking as a mother.
Yeah.
Imagine you as a father, God forbid anyway. Imagine your child being one of them.
It's an unfortunate
would you
situation.
close your eyes to sleep?
It's an unfortunate situation.
Let me
hear from you.
You see, when they kidnapped the Chibok girls, I made a song titled Who Be the Boko.
Oh, awesome.
And if you go on YouTube right now, just check Golden Prince, Who Be the Boko.
Oh, give us a little of the lyrics. It's so hot because the tension is too much.
The song goes like this. Who be the Boko? Everybody say, then they find this Boko. East to the west, then they fear this Boko. Even government say they find this Boko. I been a them bidi.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Did you hear that, Honorable?
Yes, I been a them bidi.
We didn't hear that. But I heard with one of my ears.
You see, why I did that song is that I cross-checked this thing and I realized that we are actually not telling ourselves the truth.
Agreed.
You see, if you say you are fighting terrorism, and if you say you are looking for the Boko Haram terrorists and their leaders, then you should be able to know that they are hiding in your backyard. These politicians, they are hiding in your backyard. Because you can't tell me that Abacha is wrong when he said in his days that if insecurity exceeds 48 hours, then the leaders, or the rulers rather, because we do not have leaders in Nigeria, then the rulers rather should know something about it. Now, a general is being killed, massacred, shot. Look at the boldness of even videoing it and putting it to the social media. Now, I'm a son of a soldier. I'm a barrack boy. My dad served this country, and my dad is missing in action up to now. I said it again. My father is a soldier. I'm a son of a soldier. I'm a barrack boy. My dad is 79 NA. He served in 2 battalion. He's declared missing in action up to now in the same country. So when you see me talk, I talk because I'm angry and pained. As the first son, I was not even being given the privilege to bury my father. Do you understand? So when you say you are fighting terrorism and you are just saying it without making move, now the president said that this girl should be released by all means. Is it just saying it, or is it just trying to just make it
politics.
look like you're doing something when you're doing nothing?
It's all politics, man.
You don't have to publish. Everything is not politics, for God's sake. A general is being killed. A priest is being killed. Some girls are being taken. And nothing is being done. Listen, let me still repeat it and let me still say it. The Christians are not safe. The Muslims are not safe. If other African countries can shut their borders, that means they know that something is wrong. Because if these people should come back to their place, they will start terrorizing their place. So that means these people actually left from their place to Nigeria to terrorize us. Now they've heard from Trump and they have shut their borders. That means remain there and terrorize Nigerians. And I think it's high time the youth should realize that the lies they feed us with is Christians are the problem. The lies they feed us with is the Muslims are the problem. The lies they feed us with is Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba are not one. But the truth of the matter is Sune anini masalatin. Sune anini masalatin. Domi kome nde ba abende zagiamo. Kudi suka so. They just need the money and the power. They do not care about you. So don't let anybody whine you. Don't let anybody to deceive you. Nigerians, rise up, arise. If not, we'll all perish. Greetings.
May God help us. What he actually said, the last word he said in Hausa, he said, Igbos are not the problems, Hausa are not the problems, Yorubas are not the problems, Christians are not the problems, Muslims are not the problems, our leaders are the problem. And all they're after is money. I think I agree with him. Let me come to you, Comrade Chidebere. You know, when he pointed out that our leaders are the problem, something came to mind. The same day these girls were kidnapped, our president sent his vice, Mr. Shetima, to go to Kogi State, right? To welcome the Campese. What does that speak? What does that say about governance in Nigeria? Hey God, I'm trying to be calm. I'm trying not to let the B side of me display itself, because this is the height of inhumanity to human. Children are being kidnapped and you sent your VP to go and welcome the Campese. Okay, let me just hear from you, Comrade Chidebere. Let me get your take on that. And hopefully, secondly, please, just a follow-up question so that you can answer it at once. Do you see these girls being returned? Do you see them being released by these kidnappers?
Anyway, thank you for the question once again. I actually touched on this particular issue before in my discussion, but the truth is everything has been politicized. Like I said before, you can never see a US president, you can never see a Canadian president, you can never, just the slightest, whatever, be it killing, be it man-made disaster, be it whatever that will happen, and you see the president take politics instead of sympathy for the people. It will never happen. It's only happening here because basically all we seek for is how we get what we pocket, a second term, third term bid, lifetime president, configuring everybody to become one single party, the allegation that once you are a governor, you decamp, you are given 250 billion has not been debunked. All these still point hand to the same thing, playing politics with the life of Nigerians. You know, once you are a politician, people forgot that they were being elected by people to represent them. They think it's now an opportunity. They become overlord. They become gods of the people. Whatever they say, they want it to become a law. You see them go to functions where people, where they were discussing about the death of people and how they will go. Once you hear the president talk about go after them, you see people, even the same military men, standing up and clapping for the president for just giving a directive which may not in the end of the day being carried out. But today, see, some of the military men one of them have been axed and wasted in a brutal manner. You see Nigerian politicians clapping for just an order from the president which may end up not being carried out. The whole thing lies with politicians. The whole bulk of the game lies with blame, lies on the politicians, who in the end become elective office holders, selective office holders, whatever, however they emerge, then become overlords over the people. Then start playing politics and abandon governance for which they were elected or selected either ways. So that is where the whole game lies on. Now, if you ask me whether they will be returned or not, anyway, we fixed it where we've been seeing others, get them, bring them back at all costs, and at the end of the day, we'll follow politics and forget that we have dished order. We'll check and find out whether it's been carried out or not. So the whole bulk of the game lies on playing politics with the life of Nigerians. I say it, and I'm going to say anywhere, anytime, any day. If we don't have these people configure everybody to, become one party, then the opposition should be able to say, Mr. President, you have derailed from your duty and it is time to impeach you. And if you have representatives who have milk of human sympathy in them, then when these things are happening and there is no, if you are the president of the country, for instance, commander-in-chief of the armed forces, for instance, and you are not able to do anything, then the onus should be on you to resign and hand the job over to somebody else who can do it. If you cannot do it, please resign, Mr. President. It is as simple as this. But at the end of the day, we have somebody who is not doing anything and the opposition is not talking. What do you want him to do? He keeps on doing that.
Okay. Thank you, comrade. You really nailed it. Mr. President, Chief of Army Staff, Chief of Defense Staff, whoever you are at the helm of affairs, the Senate President, all are senators, every one of you in that National Assembly, if you don't have an idea of what to do, please resign. Resign. Nigeria is not a jungle. You can't treat us like animals. Ordinary councillor, people can't even go talk to him. You are human. You don't have more than one life. The way you carry yourself with so much pride, with so much ego, you are nothing but dust. And unto dust you will return. It takes only the creator of your life to snap his finger and you're no more. So please stop treating humans as if we're nothing. My pain is those 25 girls. When Chibok girls' own was raining, Chibok girls, we knew how some of them came back. They came back with children. Who fathered those children? At what age were they forced to give birth? Under what conditions were they even forced to give birth? Till today, we don't know what's the fate of the other young lady that was left behind, who refused to compromise her faith. And Nigeria have moved forward. Nigerians have moved forward. Our government is pretending as if nothing happened. I dare to say if it was the son of a president that was kidnapped, let me know why Nigeria will not turn upside down until he's released. If it was the grandchild or the daughter of any of our National Assembly members that was kidnapped, let me know why that child will not be released. Please, we want these girls back. They are our daughters. They are our sisters. We want them back unharmed. Even though I can't even start to picture how they will handle the trauma. I can't start to picture will they even come back clean with those animals there with them? How many of them would have been raped before they come back? Who is kidding who? Who is fooling who? Mr. President and all your cabinet from A to Z, no one exempted. If you don't know what to do, please resign.
Please.
Resign.
My sister,
that seat is not meant for you. It is not your best right.
Please, just one minute.
You see, okay.
Hold on.
I think I have a suggestion.
Okay,
if we
please,
must continue like this, let all political office holders, let their security be striped up. Let us all be working without security the way Nigerians are, so that we all face the same challenge. If we must continue like this, because I think it is simply because they have their security. I know one here. He is in Abuja. If he comes to Lagos, he will never stay anywhere in his house. When he was in Lagos, he will never stay anywhere. He will go to the military barrack and stay until he leaves. He leaves and goes back to Abuja to tell you how they fear about their lives. I don't want to call names, but the point is, if we must continue like this as a country, then let the security be striped off of every politician. Let us be working without security, so they face the same challenge we face on the street on daily basis. I think that is the easiest way to fix this.
I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%, comrade.
Thank you, comrade.
If truly we want to fight insecurity,
the good model of a brigadier general in a decent country, in a working country, calls for coup, immediate military coup to take over. It means the presumed or the assumed commander-in-chief has completely failed. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has completely failed in his official duties, in his official responsibilities. I would have expected the military to immediately take over the administration of this country. We cannot continue like this. We cannot imagine Kebbi State where those girls were kidnapped. Check records. The same Kebbi State, it has been on record that negotiations have been going on with bandits. So then you cannot imagine in a situation, in a state, in the country where we negotiate with bandits, such things are expected to happen. It means to have a government within the government. And for how long are we ready to tolerate this? Enough of this is
viewers, we want to I was supposed to have said this earlier that we will be extending this program by 20 minutes, so please stay with us, and please feel free to call in. Number to call in is showing on your screen, and if you can't call in, please send us your comments via any of our social media platforms also showing on your screen. There is actually a clamor. If the government cannot help us, if the government cannot defend us, if the government cannot secure us, please #resign. #resign. Let them resign.
Honorably.
If they don't want to resign, please, all their security details should be taken away. Let them walk like you and I on the street. Let them walk like you and I on the street. Let's know if they walk 1 kilometer without being stoned. #resign. Let me hear it from you in 30 seconds before we look at it.
I want to plead that we take it a little.
You're a politician, so don't come with that your political talk like a Nigerian. Yes. You were a Nigerian before you became a politician. Of course,
we are all,
I already told my director that I was going to go after anybody who was going to.
We are all in pains. We are all in pains. We are all in pains. But you know, when we speak as Nigerians and we, bottle up everyone who is a politician, I somehow feel uneasy.
Why do you feel uneasy?
Yeah, because I know that 80% of the problems that we have in governance in Nigeria comes from the people. I will say this because my brother in Lagos just made mention of what happened in Anambra recently. You would expect that a Nigerian that is living in Nigeria, that have seen the situation that we all find ourselves, and someone in Anambra who knows what has been happening, and the fact that the governor has been fingered in trying to jump to APC that brought all of us to where we are today, and there was an election. Just go and check the result of that election, how he swept the whole of the local government. So you now turn back and ask yourself, who, as a politician, a leader now, you'll be like, who are you speaking for? Who are you fighting for? You turn back at the people that you are trying to defend, and you don't see anybody standing with you. So this is where I pity leaders and politicians also. And I want to say this here. Nigerians should be able to dust themselves. I understand that poverty is everywhere. But if I give you 100,000 naira today, even if you are the best manager in the world, that 100,000 in today's Nigeria will not last more than 2 weeks. But you have a whole 4 years to deal with. So I want Nigerians to please listen more to your leaders, political leaders. Hear what they say, and also check their character. Check where they are coming from. That is why some of us, till today, if you beat us or whatever happens, raise us up, bring us down, we believe in the person of Peter Obi. And we say it every time because we have seen who he is, we have heard what he says, and we are convinced that this is the kind of person that this country needs.
Sure.
Okay, so
you cannot expect APC government to do more than what they are doing now. But the tragedy is that election will come, and the same people shouting on the streets. Look at that rally that they did in Lagos prior to 2015. Check all the names that were there. Both lawyers, activists, all of them saying one thing. And when this government now came in, the same people, you can't find their voice again. So the problem is with the people, and you can't be more than, as a leader, you can't be more than the people or the masses where you're coming from.
We have another story we need to take, and I know our time is fast, but let me still point it out. I agree with you to some extent. Let me still point it out that in 2023, a lot of Nigerians were suppressed. Their votes were stolen. Their will was trampled upon. Agreed?
Agreed.
Yeah. Agreed.
Clearly.
So now, in such a case, you don't generalize that, Nigerians are selling their rights. It's not every night. I didn't sell mine.
Neither do I.
Neither did you. And I'm
Congratulations.
sure you did not.
Congratulations.
So it is not every Nigerian that sold their rights. It is not every Nigerian that, decide to vote bad leaders. But if you listen to the hashtag we're campaigning on here right now, we're not saying, there was a conditional statement. If you don't know what to do, resign honorably. It's not open for negotiation. You can't be there. Okay, let's take a look at our educational system. Our caller for today pointed that out. Today there is a new policy. Tomorrow there's a new curriculum. The next one, another person cancels. Toying with the education of our children.
Clearly.
How dare they? A lot of them went to school for free. Yeah. A lot of them had the best of education.
Yeah.
These same people making these policies, where are their children? Their children are not in the country. Their children are schooling abroad, having the best of education. And then they are grooming their children to still come and lord their ways over us. Hell no. Hashtag resign if you don't know what to do.
Honorably.
Honorably. Or else Nigerians will kick you out. Before you come, I have a comment here. The comment said Nigerians are under a new colonial master, our own brothers, not white men. All Nigerians have been turned into slaves. I agree 100%. But then it comes to a point, you know, there's this Hausa adage, "Inturi yakai bongo." When push gets to shove, when you push someone to the point his back is at the wall, he doesn't have where to go to. Trust me, when that person bounces back, even you go shock. Nigerians go shock.
Time is high time.
My sister, I really appreciate the passion with which you are saying this today, and that is what
Honorable Chendu, don't bring politics.
Yes. You see, honestly, I share in that passion, but for me, it all boils down to the next election, because these people that are elected, from the president to the councillor, if they are elected councillors, every one of them is backed by the constitution, and we cannot throw away our constitution.
So let me ask, why should we actually be thinking about 2027 election when we're still in 2025?
It's unfortunate.
Why should that be priority?
That is what I'm saying, because
human beings are slaughtered, livelihoods are being taken away.
You see,
and you want us to be talking about 2027? That's misplaced priority.
What I'm trying to say is that
talking about 2027,
if we cannot,
would there be election when we all die? Is it not human beings that will be counting? Let us talk about 2025. Let us talk about November. Let us talk about November 18. Let us talk about Nigeria as at today. Let us leave election. Let us leave politics. Nigerians are dying, and we're talking about 2027.
My brother,
I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm just trying to, correct an impression here. We don't talk about politics.
Let me conclude that statement. You see,
let me tell you, comrade, there will be no 2027 if Nigerians who are talking about and preparing to become our voters, if we all kill them today.
Agree.
There will be no Nigeria if we decimate the Nigerians who are talking about today. There will be no Nigeria without Nigerians, my brother. So what are we saying here?
My point.
There will be no Nigeria, these voters without these electorates.
Can you just give me a minute?
Election in an industrial environment? What are you talking about?
Okay, comrade, let him round off so that we take one more story.
My point is that we have a practical example in Anambra, that with all this avalanche of problems, our citizens went into an election and still voted their slave master.
Did they?
In quote.
Was it Nambarian that voted their slave master?
Did they?
Well, if they didn't,
yes or no?
Relax
yes
now.
Or no?
My point is that from the results we have, they did.
Even with the results that
is the result.
What we know, what is clear in Anambra?
Did you not hear when Professor Chukwumacha Soludo said on air 5,000 naira or whatever amount of money he was declaring to voters or to people, local government chairmen who delivers their own area?
Of course, and they were taking it. They were the same citizens you and I are talking about here.
No, comrade,
was taking the money. I want you to understand what I'm trying to say. I want you to understand what I'm trying to say. Is that the only chance we have as citizens is the election that is coming. Now, it's the government of the day that needs to bother about governance. Okay. You and I are citizens.
Comrade.
Okay.
Unless we are calling for a takeover or a revolution that will take them away. Do you understand? I myself believe in the revolution through the ballot box.
Okay.
In the last election, we went in, we voted the person that we are convinced that is a better leader. This time around, all I think Nigerians should be thinking about is to vote the right persons and defend their votes and decide that their votes must count.
Drink cold water. Cool down for Jesus. Do you know what?
Sorry, if I may I interject?
Okay, go ahead.
May I interject, please? May I please obstruct this discussion? You see, we have to be sincere with ourselves. If an election is conducted today in Nigeria, the truth is it will be manipulated.
True.
And the wrong candidate will be announced as the winner and will be told to go to court again. So how long are we going to remain in this system that is not working?
Thank you.
What we should be saying now should not be far away from Tinubu should resign. Tinubu should be impeached. The military should take over. If we see these things, then we not start saying, okay, Nigeria
will not be a part of that. The worst
they
of
will not start looking for a way. But if we are talking of revolution through the ballot, for the system we practice in Nigeria, it will not work. Okay. It is dead on arrival. Okay. And we all knew that the judiciary has been manipulated, INEC has been manipulated, National Assembly has been manipulated. It is a rubber stamp National Assembly. Do you expect anybody under this Akpabio leadership to stand up on the red chamber or the green chamber and say is making an impeachment process against Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Such will never see the light of the day. We also saw how the beginning and the end of Natasha, when she raised an issue that has to do with her own personal life, how the Senate President tried to use his own office to induce her on sexual harassment. What happened? She took the matter to court. What happened? The whole system is being compromised. And as long as this continues, honestly speaking, we shouldn't be talking of 2027 because 2027 is as good as Tinubu is already declared as a winner.
See, that is what you need the mindset that we need to work against.
This system that is being compromised.
We cannot make that conclusion
so
that is what they want us to believe. We can't allow that.
Why military has to take over? Why Trump has to come to Nigeria to help us to decimate banditry, another act of terrorism, is a very, very important thing. Comrade James Chidi, we as activists, we need to start putting up petition to all countries across the globe. We need them to rescue Nigeria. We are in bondage, and we must not continue in this way if we must leave a good country behind for our children.
Okay. Thank you, comrade.
We must, my sister, we must not allow that mindset that elections will not work.
We have to start from.
This is a democracy.
You have a social media platform, don't you?
Of course.
Educate people.
That has been working for.
As a party, Labour Party, we have been shouting it, we have been declaring it. We know what is happening, and we believe that there should be a change. But it has to be through the ballot.
Okay, hold on.
I will not sit down here and call for military takeover in Nigeria. All of us as citizens, all our activists, everybody should rise up and call and educate the masses and let everybody know that it's our right to go there and vote and defend our votes. Okay. Even if INEC declares another result, as a stand up to it and say that this is not it.
So what happens when you're being killed?
What happens? If we have to, when it comes to that election period, if we all have to die, let us die.
Comrade, sorry, sorry.
Why defending what we know that is right?
My chief,
not to call for military to. The military you are calling, they are the ones being accomplice in what is happening.
Sorry,
a whole general told us that the military is involved in the insecurity that we have in Nigeria. Sorry. Is it the military you want to call in? Go to Guzape and see the houses the generals are building everywhere. Where are they getting the money from?
Sir, my chief,
we know all these things.
I get
the military should stay in the barracks. Democracy must remain in Nigeria.
Okay.
The activists should stand up and do their job, educate the people, and stop taking handouts from the same politicians they talk about.
Okay.
Everybody is involved in this mess. Okay. For Christ's sake.
Agreed.
Everybody is involved.
Agreed.
Just look at the ones that somebody will come up and tell you that I am leaving P2B because he's not giving money for this, he's not giving money for that. Now if the P2B decides not to step out to be voted for, what is your own contribution? Everybody wants money. Everybody wants something. The activists want money. The lawyer wants money. Everybody wants money. And all we do is to sit back and call the president. We must all come together and decide what we want.
Okay.
That is how it will work. The military should stay in the barracks, for Christ's sake.
Okay, so I've never seen you express yourself this way. You're already sweating despite the AC. So I actually allowed you to vent out. I hope you feel much better now that you've said.
I'm not okay.
Oh my goodness.
I am not okay, I must say it.
Do you need water? We can get you water to calm down.
Thank you, my sister.
While you calm down, I'm sure
the mess is too much.
I'm sure Nigerians out there have gotten your point. So let me hear from you, the musician.
Firstly, I want to appreciate each and every one of us here, and I want to appreciate the viewers. But Hausawa sun ce kore da alitafi kore da sanda. You see, a lot of people don't know that the problem is all of us. And I agree with him that we do not need the military to take over.
Okay.
Why? Because if the military has any plan to take over, then their general is not to be their late general is not supposed to be down. Things are supposed to be working when it comes to security. What are the generals doing? What are the colonels and other generals doing? So we do not need the military to take over, because I think the Nigerian army we have now is not the Nigerian army we know before.
At all.
So they are corrupt. Yes, there is corruption in the military that they need to touch and make sure that the bad eggs are out. And how will you touch the bad eggs when the I will not say when the, do you understand? So these are the things they said before. If you want to make sure the snake is dead, cut off the head. So if the head do not care about its citizen, that means there's an error somewhere.
Okay, but I know we have to go. We have less than 3 minutes to go. I just want to know. Okay, the military should not take over.
We do not want them.
I agree with that. But then, what kind of democracy are we practicing in Nigeria, where you don't have freedom of expression, where you talk, and then we've seen journalists, being arrested on orders of councillors, on orders of all that, and they're nowhere to be found. We've seen people come out to protest. Their fundamental human rights is being taken away from them in this dispensation. Are we truly practicing democracy? Are we practicing democracy where people go out to exercise their right, their franchise to vote, and they are being intimidated? If you know, it's been on social media now. It was live during the 2023 elections. If you're not voting this party, make sure you don't vote. We saw the young lady who was brutalized because she voted a party of her choice. Are we practicing democracy?
We are not.
Let's be realistic.
Okay, we are practicing democracy, saying it or verbally. We are just believing we are practicing democracy. But the truth is, if we must agree that we are practicing democracy, then the Senate has a work and a role to play. Yes. You see, a lot of people always accuse and talk to Tinubu, say Tinubu is doing that and that, and a lot of them are forgetting that Akpabio has a big role he's supposed to be playing in the Senate. And it's not playing it.
Okay.
Yes, because up to now he has not said anything about the
general that was killed. Neither has he spoken about
the girls that has been. And you are the president of the Senate. Okay. See, let's call a spade a spade. Ba kowa ndeze giamu we kaza we Nigeria mu dayani. There's nothing like one Nigeria. If you that is in power, you are not doing everything to tell the truth, and the truth is you are not working. But you are not working. You're just chopping money.
Okay, thank you very much. We have to go. Let me get your last words in 30 seconds, please. In 30 seconds, your last words.
Clearly, Nigerians should know that our country was captured in 2015.
Okay.
And since 2015, the trajectory of the kind of leadership that, Nigeria was trying to build changed.
Okay.
And what we have to do as citizens of this country is to ensure whatever it will take Nigeria to stop APC government in 2027, everyone should make sure that from your family, anybody who is supposed to vote goes to vote. All of you stay there and defend that vote. This time around, if INEC says otherwise, they will see otherwise.
Okay, so I
we must get it right in 2027. That is the only way.
Okay.
Because you see, these people, you mind you, remember that prior to that election in 2015. Sorry, let me just finish this.
Okay, in another 20 seconds.
US government came in and supported this APC to do whatever they did the US government under Barack Obama and put us into where we are today.
Okay,
so that must change. And thank God we have a Donald Trump now that is ready to stand for every government that is ready to do the right thing.
Okay, so let me correct. I agree with you. Nigerians go out and vote come 2027, but
and
don't say you're not going to vote APC, because this same breed of people, we have people from PDP, we have people from Labour Party who has gone into APC. So if just vote the right leader. Vote an upright person, someone who has empathy, because if you say tomorrow you're not going to vote for APC and the same crop of people go to form another party, you don't vote for APC, you vote for them.
I will just
vote for the right.
If there should be a revolution, it should start from what, let me tell Nigerians, there is a grand plan to ensure that good Nigerians don't appear, don't contest election.
Okay.
We should ensure, that is where revolution should start, to make sure that this is what is happening in Labour Party, in PDP, is stopped.
Okay, thank you.
Let all the political parties exist and all of us go to the ballot, and people who have what it takes to govern the country,
thank you very much,
present themselves for election.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me get your last words, Chief Shitu, in 30 seconds, please. Are you still there with us?
You see, my gentleman in FCT last forgot the fact that the system is not working in Nigeria. Let me quickly remind him, in 2023, we all came out in large numbers. That has never happened in Nigerian politics. Sure. We voted, we defended our votes, and at the end of the day, they say it was computer glitch. They
and we kept quiet.
Presidential result.
And we kept quiet.
Device. And that was the end of it. That was what changed the stories.
Okay.
We Nigerian youth came out in millions, voted, defended their votes. People were killed. So what we have in problem is not people coming out to vote, but the system. The system is highly manipulated, and we must look how we are going to resist this. If we fail to do this, then believe you me, FCT election is coming February. So it's just a couple of about 2-3 months away. We'll see what happens again.
Okay.
That has been a major problem.
That is the thing. Now, Labour Party,
we need to be proactive.
Labour Party candidates, INEC have decided not to upload Labour Party candidates.
Okay.
Activists are there. All of them know this, know what is happening. Nobody is saying anything.
How does it become the fault of activists?
No, the party is screaming. We need all Nigerians to join their voices.
Honorable.
If we have to head to INEC, we get to INEC and ensure that the right thing is done. Election is coming.
Honorable, I gave you 30 seconds.
I'm sorry, my sister.
Please,
you understand? Apure is being funded through the back door to destabilize the strength and the structure of Labour Party. How does that become the fault of INEC?
Okay,
we need to check ourselves before we start blaming parasites.
Thank you very much,
Chief has come and has expired, but he failed to hand over the office. He failed to allow due process to follow.
Thank you very much, Chief Shitu, for your last words. We truly appreciate that, and thank you for joining us on the show. Let me get your own last words in 30 seconds, Comrade Chidebere. Are you still there?
I am here. Thank you.
Okay, let's hear you.
Yeah. Just a stark reminder again to the gentleman in the studio. I am only just reacting. Quite unfortunate he's acting like he's living outside Nigeria or he's coming from the Pluto. Unfortunately, this is not where we are. The place where we are at this moment is that people who are talking about democracy in Nigeria, I don't know if democracy is what we copied from either America, or at least let me use America as a paradigm, and that is the same thing we are practicing. I doubt. I am 100% in doubt if that is democracy, unless there is another meaning for democracy. That is one. Two is, to any Nigerian who is talking about 2027 with this kind of structure in place, with this kind of gang already in our system, then the person is dreaming. I am only saying this because that is where we are at this moment. We should fix the first problems before trying to fix the second problem. Once there is a problem, there is need to fix it. You don't talk about fixing a secondary challenge when the primary challenge is there. That is where we are. So
Thank you.
until we fix this first challenge, let us not start talking about the secondary challenge. Thank you, and God bless Nigerians.
Thank you very much.
Meanwhile, before I also leave the mic, please, I am hitting my chest in 100% of any international community that is willing to take us out of this mess.
Okay.
Thank you, and God bless Nigerians.
Thank you very much, Comrade Chidebere. That was really nice coming from you. We truly, truly appreciate. And then viewers, this is where we draw the curtain on today's show. Want to sincerely appreciate you for staying with us, even though we extended by about 34 minutes. That was quite a lot, but you're still with us. Thank you very much. We appreciate our caller who called all the way from Lagos. We truly appreciate you. And to all Nigerians out there, don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. I don't know how God is going to do it, but then we pray God to come to our rescue. And to the government, we need those girls back.
Yeah.
We need those girls back like yesterday. They are people's children. Please bring back those girls. And I'll leave you with this hashtag. All our politicians, from head to the last, all our politicians, if you don't know what to do, hashtag
Resign honorably.
Again, if you don't know what to do, the right thing, hashtag
Resign honorably.
We are begging, resign honorably. Until we come your way again tomorrow, same time, same station, with another very interesting episode of the Now Streaming. Please stay safe out there. And promise Njoko Adibe, and bye for now.